Hi everyone to my channel M2K Tutorials. This is the fourth part of our JavaScript basic series. If you haven't watched our previous videos yet, please click on I icon on right and watch other videos of this series as well. Today we're going to talk about data types in JavaScript. In this video, we will get to know all type of data types in JavaScript. We will gonna know the primitive data types and complex data types, and we also gonna know something about that, what is number, what is a string, what is undefined and null, what is the difference between undefined and null, and then we're gonna talk about the object, function and arrays. So let's get started. Okay, so let's just start. So there are two type of data type category in JavaScript. First of all, what is data type? So data type basically specify what kind of data can be stored and manipulated within a program. Okay, this is for interpreter of JavaScript to recognize what kind of data we are dealing with. So whenever the JavaScript interpreter compiler, it should know that what type of data it is dealing with, so that it can process those values. Okay, so there is mainly two categories of data types. One is primitive data type and the other one is complex data type. So let us understand first what is primitive data types. Primitive data types are those data type which don't have any method associated with them, and they are immutable also. When I'm saying immutable, it means that you can't change the state of those variables, which are primitive data type. Although you can assign whole new values to those variables, but their reference will not change. Don't worry if you are not able to understand right now. We will have whole video about mutable and immutable types. So there are these four primitive data types. First is number, then is string, boolean and undefined. Okay, so let us first talk about these and then we're gonna go on complex data type. Okay, so first let me go for the number data type. Okay, so number data type, let's again open this JavaScript file. So let me increase the font and let me write here. So earlier you have seen var variable in our previous video, right? So let me define one variable named as number example. You can give any name. Okay, then you can assign it. Okay, so let me assign it 30. Okay, and then print this number in HTML using document dot write. So as you can see, this is number. Here we have defined this number, and this variable, and we are assigning number 30. Data type of this variable is number. Okay, so let me run this HTML page in browser so that you will be able to see that what is output. Okay, so here you can see it is written 30. Okay, also use decimal as well. We can put something like this 0.500. okay, and you can see the output for the same. There are also some methods using which we can print decimal for 2-3 places as well, but for now you can see we can put decimal number as well for number type variable. Okay, so this is all about the number. Also in the number you can, if you want to write big number, you can also let's say you want to write 5 lakh or 10 lakh or 1 million, you can write that something like this 10e, and then let's say I want to enter it's like 50 after 10, so I can write 10e 5. So this will be equal to 10 to power 5 like in math. Okay, so control S and refresh it, and here you can see, let me change it to 5 instead of 10 so you don't confuse with one extra 0. So we have 5, then consecutive 50 after 5. So this was the basic example of number type. Okay, so let's now talk about a string. So string is 0 or more character inside single or double quote in JavaScript. So let's say I define one variable and str, and I write a b c d, and you can combine those a b c d and it would be one string. Using that you can also use single quote or double quote as well, so this will also work. Okay, so let me type this as well. Okay, so go in browser and refresh in after saving it, and here you can see this is M2K tutorials, we can see, right? Okay, so in JavaScript you can write name or even a single character, you can also write. So let me write down the M. Okay, and refresh it, and you are able to see it. So single or multiple character you can enter in a string type of variable. So this is a string type. Okay, okay, now the third one is boolean. Okay, so boolean is used for assigning value true and false. Okay, so here you are seeing that there is no single quote or double quote, this is only true I have written, it means that this value will be true. Okay, so if I write here, so what does that mean? Why we use boolean? Most of the time we use boolean to check any condition, whether that condition is true or false. So you will get to know more about the condition and other things in our later video as well. So let me create one variable is flag. So here you can see that we have created is flag variable and assigning whether str variable is equal to n, which it's not, right? And we are assigning this condition result in is flag. Okay, so now is flag should be false as condition is false itself. Although we had assigned true earlier, but now we are getting value written from this condition which is false, so it should now be having false. Okay, so let me save it and go to the browser. And refresh it, and we can see this is false. Okay, so this type of things we can do with the boolean, like checking whether anything is true or false. Okay, third thing was undefined. Okay, so undefined is the value which are the variables which are not defined yet. So what does it mean? Let's say I have written this variable a and I am not assigning anything to it. Okay, so let me write it and let me show it to using document.write. So So here you can see it's giving me undefined because we have not assigned anything. So variable is undefined type if we are not initializing it. Okay, so this was undefined type. There is this operator named as type of, using which you can see the type of any variable. Okay, so let me put this one number example here with type of. It should give me output as number. Okay, so let me write this type of, then put this number example. So because this number example is the number type variable and we are writing the type of operator before this variable, that's why you can see it's returning me number as output. Same like this we can also check for str variable. Let me check for str as well. Okay, so let's go here and check this as a string. Okay, here we go. We are able to see string, and same we can do for is flag. Okay, so we can check that as well, and let's go to here giving me boolean. Okay, so we can check the type of variable using type of operator. Alright, so these are the four primitive data types. Okay, number, string, boolean and undefined. Now let me go to the second part, complex data type. Okay, function, object, null and arrays. So these are the data types which is actually inherited from object itself. So all of these data types, if you use type of operator and check output, will return object. Okay, except function. Although type of function is function, but that is also inherited from object. Okay, they are not primitive, so these are not mutable, and state of this type can be changed. We will talk more in depth on these data types in our upcoming videos. Okay, so let me give you an example of functions. So you have seen this change inner estimal function in our previous videos, right? Those videos we can define any function like this. Okay, so you have to put this keyword function. So function is, as I already told you in previous videos, that it consists some statement and perform some tasks based on your requirement. Okay, so here we are creating function change inner estimal, and this change inner estimal we are writing this document dot write to just print this value 12. So this function change inner estimal will be called from click me button in estimal file. So let me open that index.html as well, so you also remember that. Okay, so here we were calling that function whenever this button will click. Okay, so let me print this, the type of this function change inner estimal inside that our HTML page. So let me save it and refresh, and here you can see this is giving output function for this function. Okay, so there will be multiple function in your project if you are creating any project which will be doing different tasks based on requirement. Okay, and this is signature of any function. Okay, you write function keyword, then you name write name of the function, and then these parentheses, and then these curly braces. There is other way as well to write a function. You can write something like this. This will be also a function a. Okay, so let me save it and run it. It is still be getting type of as function for a as well, because this is also a function. Okay, so you can write a function like this as well. Okay, the next thing which is very important thing is objects. So everything in complex data type inherited from object. So let's discuss that. So object have like this type of syntax. Okay, so you declare one, let's say obj a, then you put equal, then curly braces, and then you put this property. So this property, this is property name. Okay, and this is property value, which is type of string. You can see, okay, this is the second property, and this one is the property value, which is number. Okay, so object can consist multiple properties which have some values. So think of object as the real life objects. Let's say the car is an object. Okay, so there is one car object which color can be red, and then there can be wheels property which can have 4 as value, and there can be other properties as well. Think of like this. Okay, also object properties can have number, string, boolean, and other type of values as well, like arrays and even function also. Okay, so let me give you an example and create one object. So I'm creating one object name as car. Okay, and here I can put some property. Let me put color as a string and assign red, and then I can have of wheels property, which is number, and have value 4, something like this. And if you print type of this object, you will gonna see object in HTML. Okay, so first let me remove this type of, and let me check, let me show you guys the value of it. It's showing object because this document.write only able to print the string. So if you want to see our object as a string, there is one method json.stringify, and you will be able to see object in string form. So let me save it and run on browser. Now you can see. Okay, so you can see color property red and wheels as 4. There will be a whole session only for objects, so don't worry if you are not able to imagine use of this object. Think of object as a container which containing multiple properties with values. Okay, so now let's talk about null. So null is value which is nothing or not exist. So if you don't want to assign any value to your variable like a string, number, or boolean, but also do not want it to be undefined, then you can assign null. Funny enough, the type of null is object, because this is also inherited from object. You can think it as a bug of JavaScript. So here you can see, let me write it, type of a is object, but if you remove this type of and check value of a, it's null. So you use null if you want something to be not undefined and still not have any value. Okay, So the last thing is array. Okay, so think of array as a container which can contain multiple type of values. Let me show you the example of arrays. So to create an arrays, you need to create a variable equal to then a square bracket, and now I can put multiple type of values in there, like a string, number, boolean, and even we can put object type of values as well. So let me print this value of array. So let me print these values of array, save it, and refresh. Okay, see here you can see all the values here. Also here you can see I'm putting comma after each values. So array stores these value in indexes which start from 0. So at 0 index it is storing name, at 1 it is storing 37, and at index 2 it's storing false. So let me access the value at 0 index, so I can write like this. So array name and index number which I want to access, in our case 0, that should give me name in the browser. So Control S and see in browser after refresh. Okay, say likewise we can also check index 1 which give value 37. So one important note, JavaScript support dynamic typing. So let me give you one example to understand. Let me create one number type variable. Okay, but even its number we can assign it some string and it will give no issue in JavaScript. So if I will print this A in our HTML page, it will give me M2K tutorials. So this is dynamic typing. So this will not give any error even we have assigned number earlier and then assigned string, but it's still giving me no issue in JavaScript. So we can assign different type of data in same string, same variable. Okay, so guys, so this was it. So what are the use of these data types, you will learn in our upcoming videos. This was to make you familiar with all type of data which we'll be using in our future JavaScript coding. Okay, so guys, please post your question in comment section and I will try to reply as many of them as I can. Okay, thanks for watching. Click on the like button if you find this video useful and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Happy coding.